Folks, how you doing? This is our entryway to the job, and I just want to real quick kind of walk you through what's been going on. Currently, it's like 40 something degrees out. It's really not too bad. So, Josh, do you mind just killing the radio for me? And all right, so just gonna wait a minute, get that radio shut off because I don't want to get copyrighted by anything. But let's see. All right, all right, let's start this all over again. Welcome to the job, folks. Welcome to the job. I am Steve Got It Pool, and basically, we're just going to take a minute and talk about what's going on with this job, what we did, and we're going to talk all the details. So, I guess we'll start here with our pile of trash. We got to get Adam out here with the dump truck to haul this debris out of here. And so today, I came in and basically I just hopped right into that machine and started digging all the trenching and everything like that. I started right over here because I know that we're putting a set of stairs in and some bleacher stairs. So we're going to have a return here and a return there on either side of the stair. And so I got those all dug out. I don't know exactly where it's going to be, so I kind of dug that out a little wide. Once the stairs are in place, then I'll drill a hole out, but I can at least run my pipes over here, get it close, get it in the ballpark. And so let's go this way. So like I said, it's going to be full bleacher stairs here. Hopefully we can get Andrew out here to help with that. That is the plan anyway. So Josh, while I was working on the trenching all day today, Josh took the liner out of the pool. He scraped all the walls. He taped up some panel seams. He swept it all down, sprayed it with a little bit of Rust-Oleum in some key spots, and he just really knocked it out of the park here. So we've got a nice deep trench here. Honestly, we're a good 2 feet deep here, so that's going to be a nice deep trench. We got these slabs here for the handrail. Unfortunately, there's so much concrete here, and it's tied into that A-frame right there. So when we were kind of trying to pick up on it, see if it would come out, it was just kind of shaking the wall a little bit there. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do a series of cuts with the concrete saw, and we're just going to try to chisel it down so that we maybe get a couple inches below the top of the panel, and that way we'll have a good 4 inches of concrete on top for that. So, and then so here's something I wanted to talk about. I did want to kind of make a whole video on this. This is an example of what not to do when you are building a pool. This pool was built in 1971, so but basically this skimmer here is an above ground pool skimmer, and I'll just kind of peek over so you can kind of see what's going on. But basically there was no throat here, and this was just completely buried. So this is like one of those, I guess it's designed to do that. And then when you got to clean the basket, you got to stick your hand in there and hope there's no chipmunks or squirrels or any of that stuff. So, and then of course, we come right down here to the bottom of the skimmer to a hard 90 and into the Tiger Flex line. Nothing wrong with the Tiger Flex. It didn't swell up or anything like that here, but this does kind of create a little area where things can kind of get clogged up and jammed and things like that. So needless to say, this skimmer is coming out, and we're putting in a new Hayward 1084 skimmer, and we will be putting a second skimmer directly across the way right over there. So that's going to be that, and we're going to end up putting a template to make the opening, and we'll spray it with Rust-Oleum, and we'll try to do something so we can separate the steel from the aluminum so we don't get any oxidation. So this is the trench. As you can see, it's plenty deep, and so we'll just kind of keep carrying on over here. So originally we were talking about putting a return here pointing down that way, but the customer said he's going to be putting his ladder right here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a return here blasting that way, and then another one there coming down that way. So that should kind of give us the good, good 360 degrees, or circulation is the word I'm looking for. Circulation. So again, we came here. Now this is the diving board slab, which, as you can see, concrete comes all the way down to there. So same thing. I don't want to spend any time trying to jackhammer that or do anything. We're just going to do a bunch of damage. We're going to mess up the main drain line. We're going to do a lot of that. So same thing. We're going to do a series of cuts and just try to knock that down a couple inches or so. And so here is where our pipes are going to go in. We're going to have to do 2 and 2, and then I'm going to have to tee up the stair returns and possibly these deep end returns, so that way we're just I don't know what the word is. So we're not, because we're basically, what I'm saying is we don't have a lot of room in here. It's really dark, but that's all coming out of here. So we got to get all that sand out of there, and that's going to be kind of fun. But say it again, Josh. Oh, you can put the radio in here, yeah. Yeah, that's it. We're a couple hours away from home, so we're just gonna put all our tools in here for now, and go from there. So let's see. So moving on. So we talked about that. We did pressure test the main drain. Everything's good. So again, like I said, we're going to be adding a deep end bench in this corner. I'm not exactly sure the shape of it, but we're set up to put the returns, either here or here, and have that blasting. Like I said, originally I thought I was going to put it over here, and I don't know, maybe we could talk to the office. We could always maybe do something where we do like 2 returns here or something. Maybe the customer can pay for an extra return or something. So again, we just kind of kept digging over here. We're dug out for this skimmer here, and that's about it, really. So we're eliminating that return there, and so we got 90-degree corners. So let's real quick, last little bit with the advertisement of this video coming up shortly. So I'll have you watch a short advertisement coming up in a couple seconds here, I believe. I think right about now at the 8-minute mark, I think. So the person that came out and did the measuring for this pool, this is kind of something we should talk about, but let me come over here to this corner to kind of show you. So they basically, in the corners there was like these little filler pieces right here. So I measured the pool for a 90-degree corner, and basically they already made the liner. So I took my saw and I was able to kind of cut that out a little bit. Obviously we got to do some angle grinding, we got to do some smoothing, but I think we'll be able to make it a 90-degree corner. But a little bit of advice for anybody in the future: when you're removing a patio and you're doing new coping and all that, it's much easier to make the corners a 6-inch radius and use those foam fillers to kind of pad the corner. A 6-inch radius is much more gentle on the liner. It's not, stretching into the corners as much. So that was something that we missed, but I think we're learning and we're teaching people that that's probably the best technique to go by. But I'm a very handy guy, and if I was told that I have to make it a 90, I'm going to figure out a way to cut that out and make the pool a 90. So that's just what we're going to do. So that's it for today. We're going to run back to the shop, and we're going to load up on some pipe and some fittings and some glue and primer. We got a quick little trip to Home Depot to get some angle grinding wheels and a couple other things, but I just can't remember what they are at this moment. And so that way we're set up to just kind of head up here first thing tomorrow, and we can start cutting in the skimmers. We can start cutting in 1 or 2 returns. I don't know if I can do these just yet. Maybe if I get the schematics of the stairs, I can kind of measure it out, but I can start running some lines. We can start taking the pump and filter out of the shed. There's plenty of stuff to do to keep us busy all day tomorrow. And then, come Monday, hopefully I can talk to the office and we can figure out maybe coming up here to kind of spend a couple nights up here, maybe a night or two. Um, the traveling is taking its toll on Josh and I. Um, just it's a 2 hour ride from here to the shop, or 2 hours and 20, and then when you hit traffic, it's 2.5 hours. So, altogether, it's 5 hours out of the day that we're driving. And that's, in my opinion, that's money wasted for the company, gas, time that could be spent working. So I'm going to talk to the office about maybe next week coming up here, spending a couple nights in the hotel up here, so that way we can't knock this job out and get to the shop to hang up some Christmas lights, because we got Christmas lights coming. That's a good thumbnail right there, Josh. Yep. Anyway, so I'm Steve Got a Pool, as you all know, and I just real quick, before I leave, real quick, I want to, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, and it breaks my heart in when I read some of the comments of the support that you all give me. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it brings a couple tears to my eyes to know that people care about me like that, to know that people, follow and support the channel, support what I'm doing, and they give me all the encouragement I need to keep going with all the negative things that come about with Pool Plumbing Mafia. You all know about that. But, there's so many of you out there, and I can't repeat all your names, but I can tell you that I recognize your names in the comments. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, I just really want to say thank you to everybody. Um, this has been quite a journey. It's been about 2 years to this point with the channel, and it's fun. It's 90% fun. Uh, but I'm a human being. Every now and then, it takes its toll on me. But I keep going, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep uploading videos as often as I can when I can, and that's about it. So enough of this. I've taken up enough time, and we got to go. So everybody, take care and have a good day. Thank you all again. Steve Got a Pool signing off.